Gen Z, the change maker generation. I like to call them, well, I can't say it on TV, so I'll just say the mess around and find out generation. Not only did they show up big in the polls in November, many also won seats in political offices, including Nabeela Syed. State Representative-elect Nabeela Syed.
And I feel like I have to pinch myself at some moments.
Still feels like she's living in a dream, but she is living out her dream.
I knew I wanted to get involved in politics just because growing up, the political landscape, in my opinion, has drastically changed. You know, we saw a different kind of presidency in 2016, and that brought about many people running for office that, in my opinion, did not have the best interests of the community at heart.
She's 23, so in January, she will become one of the youngest members of the Illinois General Assembly. Syed will also be the first Indian American woman in the state legislature and the first Muslim woman, too.
My name is Nabeela Syed. I was born and raised here.
And a big reason for wanting to be involved in this space is because people who look like me, younger folks, women of color, Muslim women, are not necessarily seen as much in the political realm.
Syed flipped the Republican-held 51st District, where the Gen Zer was born and raised. Palatine native, part of the generation many political pundits say built the blue wall that held back the red wave in the midterms.
I think that members of our generation are incredibly compassionate. We're very empathetic, and we understand how we could get policy to change to reflect that. And that's through voting, and that's through being involved in the political process.
And to the people who say she's too young, she's inexperienced, and she's not ready for this, Syed says talk to the people who voted for her in November.
I would say what people at the doors have been telling me is that we need new leadership, and sometimes the way that things have been going, people in my district are not necessarily happy with it. So they're excited to see someone younger come to their doorstep and knock on their door and ask them about what issues matter to them. They're excited to see new leadership, fresh faces in politics, that genuinely care about the greater good of our community.
This fresh face didn't take advice from people who said, wait your turn, there is no space for you. She made space and hopes to create more for others.
It is important for me to make sure that I continue to uplift other folks in our community that don't necessarily see themselves involved in politics just because they don't see themselves reflected by elected officials, whether it's based off their values, the way that they look, what they believe in, but creating that kind of representation, encouraging that for future generations is a priority for me.
We talked about the issues she's excited to work on. At the top of the list, something that's been a defining experience for her generation, school shootings and lockdown drills. So she is ready to tackle gun violence prevention as soon as she's inaugurated on January 11th. She still remembers the first active shooter drill she had in 3rd grade. And I mentioned this in the 6 o'clock. She was born just days after the Columbine school shooting.
Wow.
So gun violence still an issue for us here in this country.
Yeah.
23 years old. It's so impressive that she has already had this accomplishment at this young age. I'm trying to visualize her walking in for the first time with that room full of people who are how many years older than her in so many cases?
Average age in Senate, 64. Average age in the House is like 58. So you think coming in at 23, and of course there's going to be questions. Are you ready? Do you have the experience? We only get experience by getting experience. So she's got to have the time, got to make mistakes like everybody else, but hopefully she does well.
And
Best
I mentioned
of luck
that
to
she's
her.
one of the youngest. The youngest will actually be 22. He was a Republican.
Yes.
So both of them will be walking in.
them.
Gen Zers with their heads held high, I hope. But this is the second 23-year-old I've spoken with in the past 2 weeks. Last week, our Voice of Change was 23 as well. Listen, if these are the people that our future are in the hands of, listen, we're good.
I remember you coming out of there going, whoa, what have I been doing, right?
Right. And Nabeela, I have to thank you, too, because she was not feeling so well the day we spoke. She had a sinus infection, but both of us were having some kind of illness. So throughout the interview, we were like, what did you just say? Wait, I can't hear you.
She's amazing and impressive.
Yeah, that was fun.
Bright future indeed.